So today we're filming in Southern California, and this was a part of my journey. So in my 20s, I spent close to 2 months here. So I'd come out here for conferences, personal development type stuff. One of the conference, I ended up meeting a mentor of mine, and so I spent some time working with her. She's kind of more in the energy field, and with that, it was kind of this like intensive process for me where we just kind of I'd spend time with her and she would like pick apart every little thing I did. So it was intensive coaching and it was what I needed, really trying to cultivate this clean energy and get aligned with things. She would just like give me like feedback on everything. And at that point in the process, I was still working through a ton of issues and I get defensive and things like that. With teachers, there can be a bit of a duality there. Not everybody has worked out all their own stuff. I would just take the pieces that felt true to me and you really use those to build from. It was kind of this spiritual time here. We'd go to different, she followed Paramahansa Yogananda, and he's got a bunch of places down here, like retreat centers, like kind of missions. And so we'd go visit them and spend time in the gardens, and it was beautiful. And so, yeah, it was just kind of like it was kind of me pursuing, like getting to know a lot of the Eastern philosophy and a lot of the things that he taught. I think a lot of those methods are tried and true, and they've been around for thousands of years now. It was just like this intensive time for me to really just dig deep and clean some things up, really develop my skills. It was very rewarding because after I spent time here, I went back and that's basically, I started Evolved Athlete pretty quickly after that. I started to get into the coaching pretty much immediately after that. I started to take off. I really cultivated that energy here of really getting clear, transitioning out of baseball and getting more into coaching and the type of work that I want to do. And so this place is pretty close to my heart. It's obviously there's so much beautiful scenery. During that time, I was in Dana Point, California. So it was South Orange County and then just right on the beach. So I get to go to the beach all the time and just really connect with myself, figure out what I needed to do, regroup, and the being picked apart constantly. I think we all need those phases once in a while, especially when you're trying to rebuild yourself. It's intense and it's hard, but it's also very powerful work. I also bring that into my coaching where I do immersions with people and we might spend a whole weekend together of just me kind of pointing out every little thing that we need to work on. At the end of it, it's exhausting and you get highly defensive and those types of things, but it's pretty cool work because on the other side of it, you see so much growth and change in yourself. And so I was able to really spend the time here and I'm forever grateful for it to have that space to just really get picked apart and get clarity on what did I need to build in order to become who I want to become. And she helps facilitate that for me. I didn't know it was what I needed. It was very unexpected. I just go to this conference for a weekend and then I end up spending a couple of months here. So you just never know when the time's right or when you're ready for something. The unexpected is something I teach a lot, that you just don't really know what's going to happen. But when you're on this journey of self-discovery, some pretty cool experiences come your way and just really open you up in new ways that you couldn't consider before. I definitely love the area down here. Very cool to reconnect with it, being here for the race and getting to film some content in some of the beautiful places here. So definitely really appreciate it.